Welcome back. Man, I feel like every time we do these, I realize how long it's been since we've recorded. And then we just jump right back in and we have a bunch of recording to do. But back, another episode of Deliberation Room after what I would consider an extremely long weekend with quite a few more to come. How are we feeling, boys? Good?
You said we record a lot. I don't know what you're talking. Like we record, I mean, maybe an hour before we post. Everything with us is very current, very easy. I'd like to say, as someone who doesn't do the editing, very easy. Very simple.
That makes sense.
I'm doing good. I just got back. This episode's all about this weekend, and everything that we had going on in this. It was a Thursday to Sunday, so I don't know if you really want to call that a weekend. That's technically even more than a long weekend. But we had a lot of shit happen. But I'm feeling good.
Lots of fun. Batty, how are we feeling?
A little tired. Had a lot of drinks. This weekend. So, long Monday after a long weekend, for sure.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't even realize that next week is like a holiday of some sort. So I was like, I have another short week again. I'm like, thank God, because the next few weeks are going to be a doozy.
Oh, yeah. Today was definitely slow.
Yes.
I was working today. I was like, Lord, let it end, please.
Yeah.
Please.
I definitely let myself stay in bed for longer than usual. I'm usually an up and at 'em guy, but this time I was like, you know what? I got the day off. I'm just going to chill. All right, Bello, I'll let you give us a rundown. What did happen this weekend?
Yeah, I'm really bearing the lead here. This weekend that just passed, we went to Guadalajara, Mexico.
Oh.
And I'm kidding. That is not what happened.
God damn.
It was my bachelor party. It was great. We planned a Thursday to Sunday joint bachelor and bachelorette, which I know is a little bit rare. A lot of people don't vie for that, but me and my fiance have a lot of very mutual friends, and we were like, well, why are we gonna force people to like drag people to one or the other? Or even in some scenarios, there's conversation of like, no, this person needs to go to both because they're my best friend and they're your best friend. And it was like, that is a terrible thing to do to someone. So we decided, let's just do a joint bachelor-bachelorette that was camp themed. So we went to just 40 minutes north of Charleston, North Carolina, a little area called Lake Norman. And we rented out a giant lake house. Do I need to pause for a second?
Yeah, let's I blink and Patty's thing is just gone.
Oh my God.
We got a new angle, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You know what? Leave this all in the episode just because the freeze frame it had on Patty's face there was absolutely fantastic.
Let's get an up nostril shot.
Yeah. He just looked so distressed in that moment.
I'm trying to figure out what just happened, and I have no idea.
These are the times that I'm glad we haven't done the YouTube yet, because then I'm like, okay, the camera angle doesn't matter yet.
Oh, it's fine.
Look at him.
I actually think that was
it's
hilarious.
Crispy. Look at his beautiful face. Look at his.
It actually looks good.
Yeah.
I was just trying to hold the bit because I was like, surely Patty's fine, right? And then it just looked like he was descending quickly.
Oh shit. Let me make sure my mic is still at the same. Okay.
Right.
Fuck it, I guess.
New angle alert.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a great edit to put in right now. It's like whoop whoop. New angle alert.
Oh man.
Where the fuck was that? Yeah, we a bachelor party. Lake Norman, 30 minutes north of Charleston, North Carolina. Randomly chosen, by the way. We literally just said we got some people in the Midwest, some people in Florida. Where can we all get some reasonable flights to? We picked that and then did a Thursday to Sunday in this lake house. And the way I was going to break this down today, boys, is going day by day. And we can talk about what we did, what happened, and what were the highlights and the low lights, as they'll say.
How much do I remember is the real question. Can I go day by day?
Did you ingest some sort of thing that would make you forget?
I don't think so. No, I don't think I took a sip of alcohol the whole weekend. No,
That's true.
I will say hand on the Bible, I was skeptical going in. I was not sure how it was going to go. I have never actually been on a bachelor trip. This is my first one ever. So I was like
Really?
Yeah, I was very like, oh boy, it's my first one. It's a joint one. There are going to be a bunch of strangers. There's families involved. I was like, I don't know. And it was in North Carolina. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I about to get outed? No, but it ended up being a blast. Everybody there was really cool. Think I made some quality friends. Already got followed on Instagram by one of the guys there, so that was cool. But yeah, it ended up being a lot different than I expected, which is good. Which is a good thing.
And to give a rough size of the group here, I had 7 of my bachelors there, my fiance's father, and myself, of course, so 9 guys total. And I believe that was exactly mirrored on the women's side as well. So it might have been 8 women there in the house. So damn near 20 people all in this house, like running around and drinking lots of water.
Yes. Much water. Lots of liquid IVs. So we were staying hydrated out there.
It's true. It's true.
Day 1. Let's get into
Day
it.
1. We should put some sort of like intro music.
No.
Just like, da-da-da.
No,
Keep
it
making
doesn't
more
exist.
things.
Yeah, it doesn't
Keep
exist.
doing
It's not
more
real.
stuff. Day 1, everyone flew in. This is Thursday. And shout out, by the way, to my future sister-in-law, who coordinated the vast majority of the things we did. She hired a hibachi chef to come to the Airbnb. And fucking insane.
Yeah.
He was chefing it up in the back for all of us. We all sat at like some outdoor tables. And all of us, well, he had like a water gun filled with sake and was just shooting it across the backyard, essentially. Patty, I feel like you had some sake, but not in the traditional way of drinking. What do you want to talk about what happened?
He was shooting about a 50% clip with me. I think the first time he came around, I was the first person to get the water gun, so I think he was calibrating still the aim on it. I think I got more on my shirt that time, and then he was going around again, and then I got 4 Sasaki right up my nose, which I don't think a whole lot of people have experienced before, but it burns a little bit. It doesn't feel fantastic, but it was cool. He did not care that the bottle ran out right before me. I thought I had been saved. He brought a whole new bottle out, and I think I did something that Bello didn't think either was possible or that I couldn't do, but I was able. It's like a sauce container that you like squirt out like ketchup or mustard onto a hot dog, and he had the sake in it, and he was shooting that into my mouth. Unfortunately, I know that's going to become a clip. Yes. Damn it.
Don't clip that.
Chat
and
clip
then
that.
I was able, I can't say this without it being a clip, because I know that this is just going to get taken out of context, but I was able to continue drinking the stream while not having to like close my mouth.
It's like cycle breathing, but cycle drinking. He was swallowing.
Yes. So I was able to keep it going.
Well, it's impressive, right? Because people, like, when that kind of stuff happens, like, they're spraying alcohol into your mouth. It's always like, people that don't do it, I'm like, no, you can. Like, you can do it. You're not going to, like, gag because they're shooting alcohol. Like, just drink it like a normal person. But if you could, like, again, talk about a clip. If they're doing that and you could just swallow while they're doing it, just keep drinking, I'm like, how? That's insane.
I just, we're all clipping it up today. I just caught as much as I could in my mouth before. I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to go as long as I can. And then, I'll cut it off. He did get a full stream straight into my ear because I turned my head to stop him from spraying it.
It's clean now.
It was, yeah, he literally sterilized the inside of my ear with the amount of alcohol that he shot into it. But yeah, the hibachi chef was unexpected because I thought that we were going to go and to a Benihana or something. And then I quickly realized that this hibachi chef was just for us. And the food he whipped up, I'm going to let you know.
The shrimp was really
so
good.
good. Oh, yeah.
I was really upset because I actually wasn't
I was so hungry.
I think I was so anxious about the day and getting there.
I was so hungry from the flight.
Everyone got off their flight. Yeah, Darian just saw some random Asian dude. He said, yeah, that's one of the bachelors, right? I'm like, nope.
Okay.
He is not. And now, by the way that we're talking about this, I can tell you guys a story that you have not heard. Heard this in the airport with my in-laws.
Oh, boy.
To avoid too much of the story, essentially, my mother-in-law was saying how she's like, oh, yeah, I essentially got this private bathroom. And we're like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah. And I actually caught the back half of the story. So I still don't know what bathroom she was talking about. By the way, there must have been 10 bathrooms in this house.
There is a lot of bathrooms. I only saw 2 of them, but I do know that more existed.
I think 10 bathrooms, and I'm not kidding, easily 250 light switches in this fucking house.
Half of which you were not allowed to touch, according to the labels.
True. I was trying, Airbnbs. I was trying to, at night, I'd be like, oh, let me turn off the lights and, lock the doors. And it took me, 20 minutes each time because I was like, where is the light switch to this thing? There's, 50 in the kitchen. It's, hiding behind a vase or something. But off topic. My mother-in-law claims that she found a bathroom kind of hidden to herself. She's like, oh, yeah, it's, this one here. And it was nice. I didn't have to share, so I knew it was clean, whatever. And I'm, no joke, my brother-in-law goes, oh, that's the one I let the hibachi chef use.
Love it. Love it. He got his own bathroom.
Yeah.
Private.
He literally was like, oh, I sent him there because I thought no one knew that bathroom existed. I said, no one's going to care if this guy use it. No disrespect for him. He was just very sweaty after cooking outside for 2 hours.
That's true. It was hot on that first day, and I was wearing sweatpants, and I was like, okay, this is about to get pretty ratchet. I do know we played a game called Coup that night, and I was paired up with Bello's fiance. We got sniped in the first game, I would like to say unnecessarily. Felt targeted, felt like an attack. That's all I'm going to say.
Interesting.
Second game, we cleaned up house. We took home the dub, and that's as it should be. That was always, it was inevitable, as Thanos would say.
Shout out to the creators of Coup. Great little tabletop card game if you've never tried it. Very simple, not too complicated. It takes a second to learn it.
It's very
Coup,
complicated.
if you want to sponsor the podcast,
it's very complicated.
Okay,
hit us up.
Really,
I didn't
love your
understand
game.
a lick of that game.
But you had fun, and that's what matters.
There's 2 types of people: the people that get excited when the card game comes out at the function, and the people that get very scared when the card game comes out at the function. I love
a good card game. The second that a card game with rules comes out, rules in the box, that's where I'm like, if I'm drinking, dude, miss me with that. I'm not reading all of that. Congratulations or sorry.
Or I'm sorry.
I'm not reading all that shit.
I mean, that's fair, but that's not the only game we played. After dinner, after chugging however much sake. By the way, every time he thought he ran out,
I'm convinced he had a lot more.
He had sake bottles
he had a
on
lot
deck.
more.
Yeah.
Someone told him to stop. Whoever paid for it was just like,
please. No. Yeah, it was getting to a dangerous level. He was like, we're never stopping. More sake. I'm getting paid by the hour. We're just going to drink sake for the next 2 hours straight.
He was also being a little weird about it. He kept saying more sake, more sexy or something. And my sister-in-law was trying to be like, more sake, more happy. Stop saying that, because he kept, the guys. But he would walk up and hold their shoulder while he was pouring the sake in. And I was like, okay, we're hitting a point here of no return where we need to cut off here pretty quick.
Well, we couldn't have any strippers, so I think this was the closest we were going to get as a hibachi chef.
Hibachi chef, take your shirt off.
Yeah. He would have done it. 100% he would have done it.
He might have. Shit.
He's gonna hear this, be like, no.
He's
Leave
one of
us a
our
comment.
listeners.
Yeah, leave us a comment and tell us.
If you are the hibachi chef that night in North Carolina, please leave a comment. But then the other game we played, we went inside, and again, sister-in-law put together Jeopardy about the bride, the groom, us together, and then the wedding. And it was guys versus girls, and I am so proud to say my boys took the victory by 100 points.
Yeah,
so,
we did.
shout
We
out
were
to the boys.
cooking them in the beginning. We were leading by like 500-600 for a while, and then they started trying to claw back. But the boys came out on top, as it should be. That's just the way of the world, people. I don't know what to tell
Did
you.
you guys get a question? Or did either of you guys get a question? Like,
I
in it
think
yourself?
we said the answers
I got one.
to each other.
Jameson ginger
I
ale.
said the correct answer several times. Okay.
Ah,
Also,
yes.
not an old fashioned. I've
was
only
like, yeah,
ever
you
seen
said
you order
old-fashioned.
Old fashioned.
Wrong.
I get maybe I'm thinking of like restaurants and stuff. Like every time we go to a restaurant, you get
I think
an old fashioned. So
I think you're
guess
thinking
maybe I was
of
thinking
literally everyone else that we know.
that
So,
we do have a
okay.
lot.
Yeah,
of
like
old-fashioned.
everybody else gets one, but
This is
Bello's
true.
always. I've also had conversations with him about this drink many times.
This is true. So the question was like, what's my go-to cocktail? And I do love old fashions outside of Wisconsin. All my local Wisconsinites, feel free to hate. I'm not gonna put the judge wig on, but your old fashions suck. I'm so sorry. Classic old fashioned. Stop asking me if I want what the fuck is it? Like sour or
I think it's sweet or
seltzer
sour.
in it, like sweet or sour. What are we doing? That's not what it is. And stop pretending like that's what it is. Because that's my pet peeve. Is when I'm at like a nice restaurant, I'm like, oh, an old fashioned. And they're like, oh, sweet or sour. I'm like, neither. And they look at me like I'm an idiot. No.
Well, I
not
think
how
that's
this
completely
works.
disconnected from the drink order. I think they just are. They're like, oh, no.
That's fair. But yeah, it wasn't an egregious answer. It probably is top 3, but number 1 is Jameson ginger ale, Papa Lime, and that hoe.
Yeah, I would have gotten a
good.
question about the weirdest thing that you've done for a job, right? I did say that
Wow.
out loud, but
This is true. My own brother got that wrong.
I know
My own
it's
family.
because we're your brothers now.
Okay.
It's us. We've usurped him at the top.
In his defense, the answer, I'm not going to say it here. The answer was not like a real job. It was more of like a gig to make ends meet for a little bit there. He was thinking like real, I received a paycheck from this location type job.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because he said, oh, okay. Yeah. So I remember what he said.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, day 1, that was pretty much the highlights of it, I think. We were all just up playing Coup, playing Jeopardy. And day 2.
We're drinking water.
Yeah,
It's great.
lots of water. And then day
Day
2 is
2.
camp day.
This is where I want to say, if you're interested in doing a joint bachelor bachelorette, this is where it could really come alive. Here's where you can have some real fun. They planned like literally what you'd consider like a field day for kids is literally what we did. They were like, we're gonna do 4 camp games. It wasn't guys versus girls because I forget what happened. Like it was gonna be uneven based off something. So we ended up doing draft picks where me and my fiance were captains. And again, actually neither of you were on my team.
It's true.
Got scooped up by my fiance. She went for psychological warfare and said, I'm going to take the boys from her.
Yeah.
From him.
I'm not going to
And,
lie.
you know.
It was a great tactic. And honestly, not to sound like a sore loser or anything, but I think we should have at least tied. We had a little bit of a disadvantage in one of the games. And then another one, we had cut for time. We had to speed up the process a little bit. That game was impossible.
We did. I can name them too because they were good. It was the outside games were tug-of-war and three-legged race. Indoors, we did. I actually have to find. We have it here somewhere, so I'm gonna have to find it. But it's a game where you literally like when you flip a water bottle and try to make it land. except instead of a water bottle, one is a hot dog and one is a rubber chicken. Great game. Absolutely fantastic. And then what was the other thing we played inside? No, it was a chicken game, and then again a game that's somewhere where you have to get an
with the
inflatable tail
Oh.
and like strap it to your butt.
That was
and you gotta like
so
pick
hard.
things up with your tail. It was very difficult.
I was also one of the taller. I think we had a lot of the taller folks, except for your brother. So we were at a disadvantage because we actually had to bend our knees. We had to. I am 27 years old. I'm not used to bending my knees and waddling around trying to put a tail through like a monkey ring. That was a lot.
It was fantastic. I had a bunch of Hispanics on my team. The hip movement just came naturally. Shredded you guys. It was over from the start.
Wow, how dare you? Don't ever disrespect black and white people's hip movements again. How dare you?
And we won. We dubbed it. But that was day 2. Like, honestly, there wasn't too much going on there on day 2. Other than that, pizza, had a loft upstairs that we hung out in, and drank alcohol.
Oh, so water first day, alcohol second day. I will say, during tug-of-war, I was viciously dragged across the ground. Because
we should post that clip on the TikTok somewhere.
Oh, if you think I wasn't planning on posting that, you're wrong. Like, that is way too good. I will say, I was the anchor for my team. Patty did advise me to go put on my golf shoes, which I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to cheese it like that. It's not that big a deal. We're all just having some fun. Bello, on the other hand, had the golf shoes on, digging up these people's yard. And so I'm there. I'm squatting. I'm locked in. The shoes give up. The ground said no mas. And I went from vertical to horizontal in a split second. You will see this video. I will post it. But it was a tough look. I'm not going to lie. I felt pretty emasculated. My shirt was dirty. I immediately had to change it. Like, imagine not only getting dragged in a tug of war by some of your closest friends, but also then you're being dragged through the mud and your clothes are all messed up for the rest of the trip. And then you also just spear take somebody out in front of you as you're getting dragged. That was my experience with tug of war. So that'll be a great clip to post. I finally have one that I've been eyeing a certain TikTok sound for a while, and I finally have a clip that I can put for it. So that'll be some good content. That's all I was thinking about the whole time. Bello, married, wedding, whatever. I'm thinking about the
that's
content.
In the hierarchy of things, that's like number 2 to getting content for the TikTok.
I do like that you mentioned the pizza, though, because this is going to be a great segue into day 3. So day 2, we're all out having fun. We were on a lake, so a lot of the people were in the water. I was up. We had like a loft essentially, and I was up there watching everybody, like the old man I am. Patty was, what were you doing?
I was trying to stand up on a paddleboard, and I was wondering the other day why my legs were so sore, and then I finally connected the dots. I was so sore from trying for like 30 minutes to stand up on this paddleboard. I could not. And honestly, I don't even think it was the drinks, man. Like, I truly believe I could have been stone cold sober and would not have been able to get up on this thing.
It did look pretty difficult, I'm not going to lie. And
yeah.
Bello, your cousin did flip over a kayak, to be fair, and he was nowhere near Patty's level. So, I mean, I do think there was some stuff going on, and the people driving through there, the wakes were insane. They were going like 40 miles an hour through there, so I believe it. But
yeah, people were ripping through, to say the least. Some people, I was like legit scared.
Yeah.
I was like,
waves
God,
were crashing against
dock.
So we decided as the group of boys while we were out there to order pizza for the night.
I also
keep it
missed
simple,
that whole
let's stay in.
conversation. I was
Yeah, he was floating off in the distance.
That's
somewhere.
true. That's true.
Oh man, but yeah, we decided as a crew we're gonna order some za. Boys being dudes. have a little ping pong tournament. And the girls decided to go to a steakhouse. Now, this realization that they were at a steakhouse riled up some of the boys. It did not go over well that we were at home eating pizza and they were at a fancy steakhouse. Allegedly.
Yeah.
So, we planned for the next night to go to the exact same steakhouse. We definitely copied their idea. And I would say it was worth it, but
gas.
Not to get ahead of myself.
That's so good.
So good. Epic Chop House. I'll name it because it was that good. Not a sponsor, but it was that good. Great.
Yeah, we'll get there in final day here in a minute. Because Sunday was really just a travel day. Nothing too
pretty much
crazy happened. Final day was a real doozy. Had a 10 a.m. tea time at a golf course. Could have promised you was about 20 to 30 minutes away from the Airbnb.
Even
it was not
20 to 30 minutes.
It was an hour and
from
10
the
minutes.
Airbnb would have been too long. You're in the South. You're in North Carolina. There are golf courses literally everywhere and good ones.
Okay, listen. I was looking at courses. I think some of the stuff we saw might have been 9 holes, or I believe a lot of them were kind of shitty. May have just looked nice from a distance. I did my research. I did a ton of research, and this was the one that was the... Okay, no, that is not... I literally based it off the address. I'm getting cooked right now. And I said, price point, quality, where can we meet? And I found this course. Lo and behold, it was an hour and 10 minutes away. Had to be there by 10 a.m. There was just so much water flowing the night before that many of the boys were struggling to get up the next morning for this. I wouldn't call it an early tea time, but with travel distance, early tea time.
Yes.
And but we pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps. We made it work, and we made it to the course exactly at the time of the tea time.
Yes. And they were none too happy with us once we got there.
Which is totally fair. Totally fair. But if I have any other golfers that listen to this podcast, I got to ask. If someone calls and says, I have a bachelor party with this many guys, we're booking tea times, I'm emailing them, call them at least 3 or 4 times to secure everything, and we get there late, I'll say
why were we late?
That's on me. Hand up accountability.
What? Yeah, whose fault?
No, I take responsibility for being late. Stomach decided, you're not leaving right now. You have more important business to attend to. So that's what happened. So we were late, but get there, acted as if they had never heard of me in their entire lives, and were like, rental sets? What rental sets? We might have like 3 floating around. Oh, I think one's missing a putter. I'm like, okay, guys, I have emails and multiple phone. You could not have at least gotten the clubs together beforehand. So we did not tee off until, right at the time that there was people probably right behind us.
The tee time was sub $100. Like, I don't disagree that maybe a little bit more preparation, but it wasn't like we were playing an insanely nice course.
Yes.
I will give you that, but I will also raise you. I'm not saying they had to have it like in the carts prepared, strapped, with the carts having our individual names on it. Like, no. You could have had them set up by the door. You know what I mean? Like, because I said that and they literally looked at me like I was a psychopath. Like, they were like, rental sets. I was like, yes, the ones I've called about 3 times and emailed you about twice. Yes, those rental sets. So that was less than ideal. We did not get the ideal start, but I'll let you guys talk about how was the course.
Course, very nice. Very well kept. Bunkers were pristine. Some of the nicest bunkers I've ever seen in my whole life. I'll let Patty get into the starters and his opinion on the course in general.
Course was great condition. I was so hydrated by water the previous night that I had to evacuate the system before we left and make sure I was good for an hour-long road trip. may have had to get horizontal on the course once or twice. Starters were a little bit of a pain. They were kind of on our ass from the jump. I think being late didn't help. Some other factors may not have helped.
What are these factors?
We know the
Feels
factors.
like it's not my place to say.
That's a good play.
Yeah, I mean they were kind of assholes, and then they tried to like kind of loosen up as the round went on. Like they made a few jokes on the back nine with us. They congratulated him on getting married, so they were trying to be nice, but it was a little bit of a tough way to leave an impression for some people that like don't play the course. But course wise, it was awesome. By the back nine, I was starting to revive and got a couple birdies. So all in all, pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, Patty is a real nice guy. He's just a friendly dude for all of our listeners, all 10 of you. No, those starters were super duper assholes. Like, mind you, to be fair, we were late. In golf world, we were late. But they were on us like white on rice. And I don't use that analogy unironically. I say white on rice on purpose because they were two old white dudes. And hey, look, I don't think even in this case it's my place either to tell you the other factors. I'll leave that to the third party on this podcast. Okay. But every hole, they were up on some mystery hill. Like, this place was very hilly, but even I was like, how did you find this hill that you're just sitting up on, peering down on us on every single hole? They essentially told us that they thought we sucked because they're like, this course is super hard. You're not going to be able to play it very well. Like, we just got to make sure you're keeping pace. Like, you're behind, like all that stuff. Mind you, at least this group on this podcast, we go golfing very often. We're out. We golf. We try to get out every week. So we are not intimidated by these people's warnings on the course. And by the way, the hardest hole on the course, we both hard it. So, hey, suck on that, dudes.
I shot a 79.
But no.
So like,
yeah, it was not that hard.
I shot a 79 and I was on the brink of
these
death
guys,
on the front nine.
These guys,
first hole was not looking good for the fourth.
Were tripping. They were coming up to us at every turn. Every time we blinked, they were somewhere around us trying to tell us something about something. Oh, you're not keeping pace. Oh, make sure you're over here. Oh, Bello almost killed me with a golf ball. What the hell? It was, it was
that's what I can't take from them. That might be with them.
You know what? I would like to think of it as payback for all the strife that they caused. We got to send one at them, and it rolled. It wasn't on the fly.
It was nowhere near carrying to them.
I will say,
roll out may have tapped their cart.
I did hit a 3 hybrid shot that was like a laser beam off the face, and I think scared the crap out of about 6 different people as it was flying by them because they only heard the noise of it flying by and then processed their possible deaths afterwards. So that was very interesting. Hit a blind shot over a hill, and of course I hit an absolute piss missile, so, them's the breaks. No one was hit, thank God, because that would have been catastrophic. But yeah, that golf course, great course. Don't go there. I won't name it though, so that you can't say that I'm slandering
I don't want to name it. I don't want to name it because I feel like that's kind of fucked up. But yeah, the starters, I feel like they definitely had their reasons to be the way they were. And I'm going to clarify a couple things as well for any of my other golfers listening. They complained about our pace of play because we're 15 minutes behind. There was nobody behind us. I think at one point, or maybe twice, I saw the people behind us. So there was never a point where they were waiting on us to hit a shot. Also, I had a scramble because we had a bunch of people who had never really played or didn't play often. And I grouped them all together with someone who does play someone often into a scramble team off of the Reds. So just to be clear, we weren't like trying to tip it out and be like, oh yeah, like we could do that, and then taken 4 hours to get through 9 holes. Like, no, they played the reds, we played the whites, and me and Darren were scrambling. So I was like, we're gonna be more than fine on time. And for whatever reason, these gentlemen felt the need to watch us like the police and ensure that we were playing correctly. And whatever. People are gonna be like that. Great course. If they ever decide to not be assholes, probably be a much more popular, fun course.
Yes.
But in terms of maintenance and quality, actually was a steal.
10 out of 10.
I think $90 a person.
Very good.
I believe is what it was. But $90 with 18 holes with a cart, I was like, that's actually pretty good. And I think, well, after that, then that's the steakhouse. I don't think we have to go over this too much. Fantastic fucking steakhouse.
Great steak.
Oh my
Good surf and
god.
Yeah.
Best meal of the trip by far.
Me and Patty also had a very good conversation with Bello's future father-in-law and his cousin. Very, very good conversation, I would say.
I had a
of
great
fun.
time at the end of the table. I was enjoying it. Great meal. Honestly, great just like chatting with them, getting to know people that I don't know. So it was a good way to end the trip. Like good kind of send off, meeting everyone, and then having that like big dinner at the end was nice.
Yeah.
And for our listeners, I sat at the other end of the table, looked over, I see Darren and Patty sitting right next to my future father-in-law, and I was like, oh no!
We were talking
It's over!
mad shit. We were telling him everything you didn't want him to know. It was.
I see you holding up a phone and like scrolling through photos. I'm like, no. I'm kidding.
We
I got
are
plenty
young,
of
respectable
compliments.
men. Okay, we are very put together, very professional.
When we need to be.
We are the most. Yeah, when we don't need to be, we're also the life of the party. Patty is the life, and I'm the sub life, and we complete one major life of the party.
The way I describe it is like in Captain America, or I don't know which one it was. When he's a Winter Soldier's like a normal guy until the key phrases start coming out, and he's like, yeah, that's kind of how the boys are.
72, 8,
Yeah.
5. He just gets activated.
Stop it!
He's a sleeper agent. Yeah.
Except instead of numbers, it's shots of tequila.
Yes, for our listeners, there were these pouches that had Camp Bello insignia on them. Very great logo, by the way. Whoever designed that, hit us up. We might need you in the future. But they were filled with
mystery liquid.
Lots of water.
Mystery liquid.
Lots of water. Yeah. And
some very potent water in there.
They did some real crazy things to our brains. We were out there just living life, I guess. But no, I think all in all, very good trip. I think, from me and Patty, I won't speak for Patty. I'll give him his chance. But like Bello, appreciate you. Had a lot of fun, and it was good to be a part of something so cool and so special. But Patty, anything else?
Yeah, it was. Honestly, I told this to you and your fiance. Just like how I thought it was nice that Darian and I got to meet the people that are going to be in the wedding, because like if it wasn't for this weekend, we really wouldn't have known a whole lot of people at the wedding. It would have been really just like the kind of 6 of us, including Darian, his fiance, and then me and my girlfriend. Like that would have been the people that we knew, and now it feels like, okay, I'll be able to like walk around, meet people, like they'll be able to introduce me to more people. So I think for the like actual wedding day as well, like in that weekend, that'll make that a lot more special, because like people know each other, they're not meeting each other for the first time, more comfortable. So it was a great weekend. I had a lot of fun. I'm just definitely very tired. Was very, very happy to be off of the top bunk.
Oh yeah,
and sleeping in my own bed.
Right. I felt like I was sleeping in a sarcophagus.
Top bunk and
like
a lot of water do not mix very well.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Yeah, because you had to climb up there at the end of the night. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah.
I think
I enjoyed that. I think it was a great time. Yeah, I was gonna say, Darren, if you want to take us out.
Yeah. I think very exciting stuff. My bachelor trip is coming up pretty soon here.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, I won't say where quite yet because I want to keep it a surprise, but it's in a great location. We're going to do some very fun stuff. And I think I'm really excited to introduce the boys to some people from my past, but you'll get another one of these episodes and then you'll get even more whenever we get married, because we're on this ride. And by the time we get married, who knows? Maybe we'll make some content at our weddings. We'll shirk our responsibilities as future husbands and go and make content like true YouTubers. So that way in the documentary, we can say, I gave up so much for this. It'll all make sense. But I think
that's a great idea. Let's actually make a YouTube video about my wedding, and the thumbnail is like AI generated. It just says Bello gets married in parentheses divorce possibility.
Yeah,
question mark.
It's your fiance like saying no at the altar. We're like, we need this for a thumbnail. But to end on a very serious note, I think, we, the three of us are very good friends for our listeners, and I think these are the times where I know that I made the right decision in choosing these two, and I hope that they feel like they made the right decisions in choosing me to do this, go on this journey with, start this whole thing. I think I couldn't really imagine doing it with anybody else. And I have some very, very long-term friends that I've had in the past, but like these are the times that I realized like this was the right choice. This was the right decision. And these are my boys. These are going to be my boys forever. And you guys will have to deal with all three of our dumbasses forever. So on that note, I have to end this and get to editing so that I can release this in 2 days. Yes, come on, baby. Anything else, boys? You want to take us out on?
Yeah, that was emotional, man.
I know. I'm an emotional guy sometimes, a little bit.
If you don't hear it, Darian cut out the part where I cried hellaciously loud into the mic. Yeah. You must have cut that.
Yeah, I cut it out. Guys, got to protect the image.
That was emotional, but now look at my peach zins.
All right. Wave goodbye at the camera to our invisible fans. All right. Bye. Hi, Mom.